Once again, we are live. We are live once again. Once again, we are live. I want to, man, say thank you, man, for y'all continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say, as most days, man, I'm having a good day. As I say, for me, every day above ground is a good day. Every day for me above ground is a good day. I'm gonna drink to that. I got that good H2O, that good water, that good H2O. Make sure you stay hydrated. I drink water, you drink whatever you want to drink. I'm not judging anyone. I mean, I want to thank y'all for the continued support. As I say, I'm having a good day. I hope that y'all are having a good day as well. Hey, Dr. J, welcome to the chat. Hey, Dr. J, got sweet venom effect. Hey, Cuzzo, welcome to the live, man. We just chit chatting. What you got going on, sweet venom? What you got going on? I'm good to see you in the place. Appreciate that. Dr. J says, happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to you too. Did y'all do anything special for Juneteenth? Dr. J, did you do anything special? Dr. J said, hey, sweet venom. She giving you a shout out. Dr. J is giving you a shout out, sweet venom. Man, as you enter this live, make sure you hit up the chat. As you enter this live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the building. As you enter the live, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the building. As you enter this live, go ahead, hit up the chat. Let me know you in the house. Man, I want to thank y'all for the continued support. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Say, no, we had a local event on Saturday for Juneteenth, but it rained. Yeah. Sweet Venom Effect said, I have a new relationship program. And Sweet Venom said, hey, Dr. J. Sweet Venom, Dr. J is also a content creator. So when you get a chance, make sure you stop by her channel. She do a couple lives a day. She's an educator. She got a lot of information. And it would be good for y'all to network, you know, with you and your businesses, and also with Dr. J and all that she's doing, you know, with her YouTube channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. You know, yesterday we was talking about the responsibility of us as African Americans. It's for all people, but I was specifically talking about my people, man, that we got to do better. We got to stop just going for anything, and also wasting money. And we kind of spoke on how when, you know, some African Americans become successful, they start buying stuff that, in my opinion, some things that don't even care about our community, such as Bugatti. They got to have a Bugatti. They got to have a Bentley. They start buying stuff that they wouldn't even been dealing with when they was normal, regular, everyday people. So that was some of the things we were speaking about yesterday. Sweet Venom said, okay, with Dr. J. Yeah, but today, man, I want to talk about, man, they coming after Madea. Madea is not even safe. They're coming at Tyler Perry. And I want to hear, excuse me, I want to hear some of y'all thoughts, you know, on that. Madea is not safe. They're coming after Madea. So that's what we're talking about today, man. They coming after Madea. And as Black men, you know, it's always a target on us. You know, I always heard as a young fella that we already got 2 strikes against us, right? We Black, and then you're a male. So you only need 1 more strike. So we got to realize, man, a lot has not changed. A lot of stuff has not changed, especially for us, man. And some of the things, like we were speaking about P. Diddy, some of the things that were going on, some of the same stuff that P. Diddy did, Hugh Hefner had already did it. But you know, they didn't mess with Hugh Hefner until he passed away, right? And some of the same stuff was going on, if not worse. They had the Playboy Mansion. Everybody knew about the Playboy Mansion. They had underage females at the Playboy Mansion, and it was known, but they did not come after Hugh Hefner until after he passed. So my thing is, Dr. J said our race has to make better choices. We better wake up, man, because for some reason, I'm not even going to say for some reason, we all know that the rules are different when it comes to African Americans. So we need to understand that. Even when it comes to stand your ground, we're seeing it evidently in the Carmelo Anthony case. Everybody else is able to stand their ground and the courts treat them as such. But when the black male, Carmelo Anthony had a situation with the white student and killed him, God bless his soul. We don't wish death on anyone, but yet they still arrested Carmelo Anthony. So we need to understand, man, it ain't all peaches and cream here in America. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that's good. There's a lot of good stuff here in America. We're not going to deny that. But we need to understand as black people, men and black females too, the rules are different when it comes to us. And we need to understand that and carry ourselves as such. After we know that, right? But they say when you know better, you do better. So once we know better, man, we need to go ahead and step our game up, man. That's why I respect, people always say, what did Barack Obama do for the black community? Guess what? He held a high standard. He had 2 terms and did not have one scandal while he was in. So we can say all we want. He didn't do nothing for the black community or whatever it may be. But guess what? Barack Obama did not have any scandals. And he did 2 terms in the White House. So yeah, he did something. He stood tall for black people. He maintained a positive image for black men, right? He broke the mold. Because the reality is, before Barack Obama, I did not think that we would see a black president in this country. And then here came Barack Obama. Dr. J said, rich African-American men, Shannon, not so sharp, don't want to love and date black women. Now, Tyler, if your preferences as a male, what's wrong with getting with a handsome black male? Gracious. Okay, I respect that, Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing, though, right? Because I don't care. I don't be all that hating gays and all. I ain't got no problem with none of that, man. I know like a lot of the MAGA people were saying about, trans and everything and gay want us to hate the gays and all. I got love for the LGBTQ and all of them. I love them. Because I love people. But like Dr. J said, man, if he is gay, so what? If he gay or not. But as my man, the one that's suing Tyler Perry, he put out these text messages like he reeled Tyler Perry in to get this stuff documented, right? I guess to hurt his reputation. And this is a guy that's hiring you. You work for one of his shows. You got a job under Tyler Perry. So I don't know his intentions, but what are you saying? That he's coming on to you? Because it would have took probably 2 texts for me at the most, and I would have made it clear. I wouldn't have been mad or none of that. It would have took 1, maybe 2 texts at the most for him to understand that I don't go that way. We still cool, but it ain't going down. Sweet Venom Effects said, hey, cuz, do your research on that. There was a plaque. You're right. I know that, right? I'm with that, Sweet Venom, and thank you for calling me on that. But it was 2, right? Because y'all claim, some of us claim even Clinton, Bill was black because he held it down in the White House. But yeah, I know. But I still say that because it wasn't credit like that, like it should be. But I know what you're saying, though. Much respect to that. My cuz called me out. Sweet Venom said, hey, cuz, do your research. That's one thing I do, cuzzo, is I make sure I come equipped, prepared to answer questions. I do a whole lot of research, but I thank you for that. But even with that, I was saying Barack Obama, what he did was he had 2 terms and not one, scandal. He wasn't perfect because nobody's perfect, but he did a good job. And a lot of people will say, what did he do for the Black community? Right. And Obama was the type that he was trying to do for everybody. He didn't just vote, he didn't just try to help specifically those who voted for him. He wanted to help everybody. Dr. J said, we each as an individual got to stand before God and answer for our own sins. Don't sit high and look low. That is God's lane, not mine. But rich brothers, at least consider a mate from our race. And that's the thing, though. It's a slap. I'm great rep for Dr. J right now. That's the thing right now. It's like when we make it, for some reason, we feel like we got to have a bunny under our arm. Yesterday, I was talking about self-esteem issues and not loving ourselves. That's a part of it, in my opinion. A lot of these brothers, because some of them that we see getting these bunnies under their arm, them bunnies would not have given them the time of day, right? If they didn't have that money. But then when you think you make it, right, or they think they made it, now they feel like, just like they feel like they got to get a Bentley, a Bugatti, they got to get this, right? They feel like they got to get a bunny too. If you love yourself, I'm just saying this too, you date who you want to date. But I'm going to say this, man, when you love yourself, man, right? I love myself. I love my Blackness. I'm proud to be Black. I wouldn't change it if it was given, if I was given an opportunity by the Most High God to select after being a Black man. I don't want nothing else. No disrespect to nobody. I love all people. But some of us don't have that same admiration for ourselves. The love and respect for ourselves is not there. That's why I say we got to build up, ourselves within. Sweet Venom say, hey, cuz, I know you do your research. That was just for the people. I know, right? And that's what I want you to do. Dr. J said our people are putting themselves in a bad situation. Exactly. Thank you, Dr. J. They love a snow bunny for some reason, right? For some reason. And, I was listening to Dr. Umar. I don't necessarily agree with everything he said, but he pointed to the Kobe Bryant situation, right? Kobe Bryant had amassed wealth. He had a Black mother and a father. So his Black father, man, went all in with Kobe Bryant, taught him, everything about basketball, about respect, because he was a very respectful person. He wasn't perfect either. Spoke several different languages, right? So he was led and directed and guided by Blackness, right? And then he married the bunny, and all his wealth went to the bunny. You think the bunny said, hey, I want to break your dad off because I know they was instrumental in your life. They helped make you be who you are. You think they wanted Vanessa, and no disrespect to Vanessa Simpson, but that wealth transferred from the Black community. All that money he had, it went right to her and his children, which it should go to the children. I mean, she can get some too, but you don't break the dad off nothing. Kobe Bryant dad wasn't no deadbeat dad, right? He was a present dad who was there and taught, Kobe Bryant all that he knew for the most part. So, my thing is, even with, P. Diddy, my man, but he thought he can do what Hugh Hefner did, allegedly, because I wasn't there. I don't know none of that. But I'm just saying they didn't hold Hugh Hefner to the fire like P. Diddy is being held to the fire. Dr. J said Kobe dated Brandy, the singer, in his younger years. Okay, why not make it work? Some other sister, I'm with you. I support my sisters, man, my queens. I support y'all, right? And then this is the thing, right? Those who got Black mothers, right? You would think that you would want a Black queen because of the love and stuff that she showed you. you know, but I can't speak for everybody else. But yeah, I don't know the situation, man. I don't know if he desired him as a young child. I don't know what the situation was and why it didn't work between him and Brandy. But there's a lot of other black women that he could have messed with. And now, right, you know, since we on that topic, Dr. J, some of the parents, it is believed that some of the parents are teaching them to go after them when they're in college, when they see the potential, so they can be like, yeah, she been with me since I was in college. So some of them are being trained to go after them while they're in college. They put them young ones on them when they in college. What's the guy who was in Colorado? Hunter. You know, Hunter got one in college and he loved her to death. And they said, some people saying she's not right for him, but we can't pick his mate for him. That's up to him. Dr. J said Kobe nor Vanessa did right by Kobe's parents. Right. I don't fault Vanessa. I fault Kobe. Yeah, because I would have to agree with you, Dr. J, because actually he should have had something written, some type of will to give. I mean, it could have been 10 million. That wouldn't have put a dent in what, you know, Kobe left for his wife. He could have had something, you know, put something small. So I'm gonna agree with you on that. Granny B said, hey Mark, I'm out and about with my family, but I wanna hold on, son. Granny B said, let me go to Granny. Say, hey Mark, I'm out and about with my family, but I wanted to stop by and say hello. Hello, Granny B. Enjoy your family time. Enjoy and be safe. Don't eat too much. Enjoy yourself. Sweet Venom says, so I have to play devil's advocate. You also, okay, let's hear it, Cuzzo. He said, I don't understand the circus that they're running too many of our African queens. Okay, so let me read Cuzzo's statement right. He said, so I have to play devil's advocate. I don't understand the circles that they were running. Too many of our African queens in circles. So help us out again, Cuzzo. I want to make sure I understand exactly what you're saying. Dr. J said, welcome to Mark B's Perspective. Smash that like button on your way into the stream, the live stream. Make sure you go and like this video. Granny B said, hello, Dr. J and everyone. And Dr. J says, return. So, right, this is another thing for my sisters, my queens on this live. I want to ask y'all, right? Because some people say our queens are not respecting us as kings. Not saying all, you know, there are always exceptions. And I think it's more good than bad. But would y'all agree, whether it's Granny B, Dr. J, or anybody else, that some of our sisters are not giving the black man the respect that he deserves? Come on, Doc, let me hear you. Do you believe, or do you agree, do you think that some of our queens, our black sisters, are not giving the black men the respect that they deserve? And Dr. J said, respect is earned. I think we all got a lot to do, whether it's us kings or y'all queens. We got a lot to do. And I think the goal should be bring back the family, right? We got some healing to do. We've hurt y'all, y'all hurt us, but we can't continue to do that, right? And the answer to me is not running outside your race. Infectious Smile, let's heal together, said, greetings. Greeting, Infectious. We appreciate you. Thank you. What are your thoughts? We kind of got to the topic of black men. If some of our queens are on here saying that black men, when they come up in the game, they always run into the snow bunnies. What are your thoughts about that? Dr. Say said our men need to be men and run these households. Yeah, we got to do a better job, Dr. J. We got to, as a man, I'm gonna say it, and that kind of hit me hard because I'm like, we are holding it down, but I'm gonna have to say it. We do have to do a better job. CJ said, hey, Dr. J. Hey, CJ, welcome to the chat. Sweet Venom said, our African queens were not running in them circles, so the bunnies have first dibs. Good point. So, Dr. J, I want you to hear what Sweet Venom is saying. Sweet Venom is saying, you know, once they make it, them bunnies is out there because their parents are training them to be out there. And what Sweet Venom is saying, when the kings make it, the first thing they gonna see is them snow bunnies because they go looking for them. They going to them games, they going here, and he's saying, according to his perspective, is the sisters are not out there as prevalent as much as them bunnies are out there. But there's also sisters out there too. Infectious said, I do agree. Okay. But Dr. J said, Black women, children, and families need you. Just my opinion. Doc, Sweet Venom, did you hear that? Doc said, Black women and the children, they need you. So she's saying, we need to step up, man, because they saying the call been put out. Sweet Venom, the call been put out. They saying they need us, and it's up to us to step up to the plate. Infectious Smiles said, we are. Okay. We are here. And that's the thing, you know, is that's the thing, right? But not just be here, though. You got to be respectful. It's about respect. And, you know, black men in America, right, on a totem pole is like we at the bottom. Not only do we get kicked on when we in a workplace or whatever, but some of us come home, right, and they feel like we get kicked on at the house too. Not a lot. I'm not saying there's some good women. I got a good wife, but I'm just saying that's how it's felt, generally speaking. Dr. J said, rich brothers need to go where the sisters are located, period. So Dr. J said, y'all need to go looking for the sisters, man. Stop just being out there because they out there, this and that. So Dr. J is saying the rich brothers need to also look for the sisters. And this is the thing, though, right, Dr. J? Some of the ones who's making it, especially the athletes, they may come from the hood, from the ghetto. So they don't want to go back to the ghetto because in their mind and in their heart, they feel like they made it. So they looking over it because now they're accepted in Beverly Hills, or they're accepted here and they're accepted there. And that's what Sweet Venom was saying earlier. They are right there available, waiting for them. Because for some of them, it's a money grab. So these rich brothers don't want to go back to the hood and get a ghetto girl. But we got to realize that we all in this together. So I'm with you on that, Dr. J. Yeah, I caught that when you said need, Dr. J. Infectious says, so white women walk over you. Not me personally. No, not me personally. I think what he was saying was, let me go to Dr. J. Said, just because the bunnies are there, brothers know who will have their backs. And that's the thing too, man. And I think like when you should have a right to date who you want, but it's how is how. Because some of these same people, before they became rich, they didn't have snow bunnies until they came into money. Now all of a sudden they got snow bunnies, right? And I think that's what's offending these sisters, because a lot of sisters they can relate or remember when they held brothers down when brothers didn't have nothing, but then brothers come up, right? Kanye West even said it in one of his early songs. Now you're gonna leave her for a white girl, you know. Let me say, Granny B said we need to learn how to nurture each other. Having a bunny doesn't add to the value societal to the black man. Exactly. But that's what I was saying. Like it went back yesterday how we was talking about low self-esteem, right? If you don't value you, and not just you, but you as an individual for one, but also you as a black man, if that's what you are, you know, if you don't value your blackness, you don't value who you really are. So you're gonna always look outside of you for value. So when you think you got the snow bunny under your arm, that's value to you. Look at me, y'all. I got one. I'm on top of the world now. But once you love and value yourself, then you're able to appreciate who you are, appreciate your blackness, and be respectful. And remember this, y'all. You have to love yourself before you're able to love anybody else. And as a black man, if I don't love me, how I'm gonna love, my black queen? I'm gonna be looking outside of me, right, for acceptance. Infectious Smile said, whoa. Sweet Venom said, I understand that point, but the lifestyle is different. Dr. J, look at what a lot of our sisters are doing to the men. And I think he's talking about the black men. Yeah, there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on. But there's some sisters still. Okay, he didn't rung a bell. Dr. J says snow bunnies keep proving that they are money hungry over and over again, starting with O.J. Simpson. When will they learn? Shannon not so sharp. Come on, guys. I feel you, Dr. J. So Sweet Venom, Dr. J, you struck a nerve with Dr. J. She's saying, listen, man, there's plenty of examples of how they do us, man. And then they end up with our bag. You can even include Kobe Bryant in that. Now he'd have transferred wealth from a black family to a white family. Yeah, he got kids, but Dr. J cracking up laughing. Right. But that's what it is, man. I think even more importantly than pointing fingers, who's right and wrong, the black man's right, the black woman's right, or whatever. I think we need to come together, man. We need to come together. We got to love our blackness, man. We got to respect and honor our blackness. We got to look at each other with admiration, respect, and honor. But if you look at each other with disdain, or they black, or they dark skin, or they light skin, remember that's some of the stuff's taught from Willie Lynch. Divide and conquer, keep us so separate. So even though we all black, I'm light skinned, I'm dark skinned, I'm skinny, I'm fat, I'm short, I'm tall. And they even went deeper than that. I'm from the north, I'm from the south, I'm from the East Coast, I'm from the West Coast. So it's so many, man, in the Willie Lynch letter, man, it states that they are to create as many differences amongst ourselves, even between fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, right? And now we got the other stuff, the LGBTQ. Now we hate them. And I'm gonna say it again. I don't care who don't like it or disagree with it. I don't have any problem with the LGBTQRSTV community, right? Just don't bring that to me. Y'all know where I stand, but I don't hate them like Trump and them try to teach us to do, or anybody, any, white nationalists want me to hate. I don't hate nobody on this earth, white, black, or indifferent. Dr. J said Michael Jordan had a successful black female as a wife. He even went to the other side. Dude, really? Right. Yeah. One, but Dr. J, let me say this though, because I know you feeling it. But they say y'all don't listen. I gotta play. I'm playing devil's advocate right now, Dr. J. They say y'all don't listen, man. Always got to talk back, and sometimes men don't be trying to hear that. And they claim the bunny's gonna listen. They're gonna do like they did on Coming to America. Yes, whatever you like. Whatever you like. Sweet Venom said, so as our black ladies, look at what the black lady did to Tyson. Oh, they did my man dirty. But that's only what I got to come back in for the ladies. Cuzzo, that's only one example. Yeah, she did. Robin Givens did him dirty, but that's one example. That's one example. There's plenty of examples of how we turn our back on our sisters. See what I'm saying? When we get money. When we become rich, some of us do turn our backs. Not all, but some of us are guilty of turning our backs on our sisters. Sweet Venom said, we have many examples on both sides of the fence. Very good. Way to come back. That's what I'm talking about. Because we just having dialogue, man. And guess what? I love my people. I love our community. I love my kings. Much love to all my kings, my brothers. Sweet Venom is most definitely a king, you know, with his Project 72. And I saw that thing y'all did when y'all the Zoom meeting y'all did. Very powerful. Granny B said, all of this intermarriage weakens our race. Definitely it can cause difficulties in the children's social adjustment and especially teens. We must learn to love, uplift each other. Very well said, Granny B. We got to hold each other down because we all we got. I'm taking it to New Jack City, G Money, CMB. We all we got. Thank you for sharing that, Granny B. Dr. J says some of the black women listen. Craziness is in all races. but Dr. J, you have to admit it that y'all thing is a little bit different, right? Y'all animated with the head bobbing and all that. And you know, all that. But I understand what you're saying though, Dr. J. Dr. J said, come on, Granny B, help me out. Dr. J said, help her out. Yeah, that's what you know. And it's all love, you know, because Sweet Venom, he represents black women. I can tell you that for a fact, but he's still looking at both sides of the coin. You know, he ain't one of the ones that went that route, but he just want us to really open our minds and think about it. I love to see, oh, Sweet Venom, I got one for you, man. I got one for you right now in 2025. Y'all ready for it? 2025, Sweet Venom, right? Papoose the rapper. You know, that was black excellence. And look how she did Papoose. He held her down while she was in jail. Sweet Venom said, I love my people, right? The rapper Papoose held her down while she was in jail, came home, was faithful to her, you know, it was nothing but love. They was going to the award shows representing black excellence, and then she openly cheated on this man, disrespecting him in front of the world. The rapper, female rapper, is Remy Ma. Can anybody defend that situation? How Remy Ma did the rapper Papoose, and she was in jail, and he started messing with her when she was in jail. Sweet Venom said, I love my people. He said, Granny B, well said. Very, very good. And the thing is, but even with that situation, I do think we do need to continue to hold each other down, man. We need to hold each other down. My son says some foolishness like that. He said, Mom, black girls are not nice. I told him, boy, get out of my face with that foolishness. There are some nice, sweet, pretty black girls in the world. Dr. J, very, very good. Way to hold it down, Doc. Granny B said, we must learn to reach one, share your success with others, spiritual, social, financial, etc. Thank you, Granny B. They need you, my son. Dr. J, she's talking to you, Sweet Venom. Sweet Venom said, Dr. J have great points. Most definitely. Yeah. Why you think she's a doc? Told you she's an educator. She got a lot of good information. So if you get a chance, y'all on here, make sure y'all check out Dr. J's live. Also, Granny B make content as well. Check her out. You get time. But it's nothing but love, man. We got to get back to loving ourselves, right? And then love the world. love ourselves, right? Love each other within your community, and then you love the world. Don't skip it. You love you, and then you go to the bunny and you show them mad love and respect. But you could have did the same thing with your sister. Dr. J said, "Come on with it, Granny B. Help a sister out. You are representing." Sweet Venom said, "Wow, that is so true. She did him dirty." Yeah, and we forgive her, but it's like she did him dirty, right? And it's so crazy because nobody really bashed her. But if a man did it, it was the other way around. She was holding him down when he was in jail. He came home and did her dirty. Man, the internet would have went wild on him. They would have tore him to pieces. They would have torn him to pieces. Dr. J said, absolutely, Mark. So the moral of the story is, before I get to the moral, let me get to that H2O. Make sure you stay hydrated. I got that good H2O. Let me get a little sip real quick. But yeah, we just got to do a better job, man. A better job, a better job. First of all, respect our sisters, right? The young people see us disrespecting our sisters, so they really might not. If they don't see us respecting our sisters, what you think gonna happen to that psyche? So I think it even goes back to us in that sense. We got to do a better job of respecting our queens in front of our children, especially our boys, man. They need to see us respect our sisters. But through rap and all that, all they seeing us bees in this, and we understand it's entertainment, but some of them little people might not understand the difference between this is just entertainment and how you supposed to do. So yeah, I'm with Dr. J, I'm with Granny B, I'm even with Sweet Venom. We got to do a better job with our people. Granny B said, absolutely. We got to do a better job with our people, man. I love my people. I don't want nothing but a black queen. And nothing but a sisters. What Dr. Umar is saying, Dr. Umar got a saying. It goes something like this. It ain't exactly, but Dr. Umar said, what is it? Queens forever, snow bunnies never. Right? Never for keepers anyway. You do what you do, y'all do what you do. But I'm just saying. Dr. J said Russell Wilson had a bunny. She cheated on him. He divorced her. He is now married to Sierra. Facts. They appear to be a powerful couple with a beautiful family. 4 children later. Yes, yes, good job. There's a couple of them out there. We go to my man in old school Denzel Washington, that Samuel L. Jackson. These old school cats, right? They got sisters, and they're examples that sisters can be respectful. All of them ain't bobbing their head and doing that. And I'm not disrespecting that. I'm just saying. But good point, Dr. J. Russell Williams must respect the you, must respect the Denzel Washington. Got to give it up to LeBron James, right? So, yeah, there's a whole lot of them out there. But I think the bottom line is we got to get back to the respect level. With our from our queens to our queens, we got to do a better job. Dr. J said Denzel and Paulette have been together forever. Right, right. Very good. But like a lot of times, them good examples don't be in the forefront. So we don't think about them as much. Even though they're there, we don't think about them. Dr. J said, yes, LeBron is hanging in there with Savannah. Dr. J, why do he have to be hanging in there? That man might be in love. Don't just say he's hanging in there. He's probably in love with his beautiful wife. We know he is. But thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Dr. Jerry, were you planning on going on again tonight, or are you done for the day? Dr. Jerry, are you going in the night? And also, as we spoke about Tyler Perry, man, prayers for him. You know, I know they're trying to bring him down, but it's prayers for him. Figure of speech, Mark. Just a little hood. Got you, Dr. J. Got you. Just figure of speech. Yeah. But I just always believe that we got to do better as a people, man. You know, it don't matter what level you on, from the hood, right, to Hollywood and all in between. We got to do better, especially in the hood, man. But guess what? It was a lot of love. It is not was. It is a lot of love in the hood. But don't be fooled now. We know there's a lot of hate in the hood too, you know, because that's a condition that we've been put in, and they got our minds, you know, messed up. So it's like, I'm cool with the hood, but when you go there, be on your P's and Q's. Don't be no fool, man, because of some hate, jealousy, and then there's just some people that's trying to come up, and they might think you there come up. So be careful, you know, even when you go to the hood. But like I said, it's love in the hood, it's good people in the hood, just like it's love in Hollywood, maybe good people in Hollywood, right? But I love my black people. I love my black people. Why? Because I love me. I'm a black man. I'm a proud black man. And not proud in the sense of pride that the Bible speaks against. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I'm happy with who I am. I'm satisfied. I do not desire to be something other than me, right? I love black women, love my wife. That's the first, you know, who I'm married to. So that's what it is, man. I think we got to have you know, a mindset like that. But I'm praying for my brother Tyler Perry. It don't matter to me if he gay or not. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's Tyler Perry. I know he helping people. He giving people jobs. You know, I just hope he be all right. You know, because seem like they want to tarnish his reputation. I don't know. Anyway, Dr. J said, Mark, I'm done for the day. My laptop is in the shop. You know that we are creatures of habit. I want my laptop. It's forcing me to get used to going live on my phone and tablet again. Right? Yeah. Hopefully you'll get your laptop fixed, Dr. J, and you'll be back in the mix. Hopefully you'll get it all fixed. But you know, when you go through that, it teaches you different stuff. Life is made up with nothing but lessons. What they say, what don't kill you usually make you stronger. So just find a lesson in this, even though it might be a small lesson, Doc. Make sure you find a lesson in this. And I want to thank y'all, man, for the continued support. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. Anybody got any closing thoughts before I shut it down for the night? Anybody got any closing thoughts before I shut it down? If you have not done it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. Anybody got any final thoughts? Well, I'm gonna close us out. Hold on, let me see. Drew said that's tracks. The white man lumped you and the alphabet people together. That's tough. So let me read this again. He said, and the alphabet boys, he talking about the FBI, DEA, and people like that. You can even throw ICE in there nowadays. He said, that's tracks. The white man lumps you and the alphabet people together. That's tough. Thank you for sharing that, Drew. Dr. J said, seriously speaking, our black families, children, wives need the black men. They need their leaderships, love, guidance, period. Thank you. When I heard that, that's love. I know it's coming from a space of love. We thank you, and we here for that. That's what we hear. And I just want to say, you know, to echo off of what Dr. J was saying, let's get it together, man. Let's love, respect, and appreciate one another. You know, is the call has been made. All of the above. The call has been made, and we need to just step in our proper places. Queens, y'all be queens. Respect them kings now. Y'all queens, be queens, and respect the kings, right? My kings, all my brothers, man. Y'all love, value, appreciate all the above our queens, man. And let's raise our children right. Queens, respect, honor, love your kings, vice versa. Your these kings. Let's protect our women, man. Let's love them. Let's be there for them. All of the above, man. I thank y'all, man, for the continued support. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great night. Dr. J, Drew, Granny B, everybody that was on. Sweet Venom, we thank you, man. Y'all have a good evening. Got to get family back. We got to. Thank you. That's nothing but love. We appreciate that. Y'all have a good evening. Respect the kings. That's right. Y'all be safe. Thank you. Until next time. Peace.